Hello, my name is Stefan, this is my avatar, and this is my video interview for the School of Code. Question 1. Tell us about a time you had to work in a team to solve a problem. Sure thing. So I was working at Pact, and alongside my very talented marketing team at the time, comprising of Carl, Jyoti, Sam, and Nathan, we were essentially tasked with overhauling the email onboarding process for the company's subscription service. We started with a few meetings. We looked at what we had as an existing onboarding journey. We talked about what we wanted to improve and how we were going to do it, and then we essentially delegated the tasks to each team member. The design process, I think, took about a week. We had regular catch-ups during the whole process to make sure that everyone was right on track, and by the time we were finished with the project, which we actually did slightly before our deadline, we achieved some fantastic results. And by the way, if you want to read the full article and see the designs in their full glory, I have an article up on my website where you can check that out. Question 2. Tell us about something which is a passion of yours, why do you like it, and what's the most interesting part? Oh no, I fear that I have too many, from graphic design to photography, casual gaming, going to the gym, well, not in lockdown anyway, but I suppose my last hyper obsession was probably personal fitness. I really enjoyed it because I'd never done anything like going to the gym before, and it allowed me to really throw myself out of my comfort zone, all while also improving my personal health. The most interesting part of that for me was finding out how to fine-tune the results really and get the most out of my workout. So finding the small things that can make a really big difference overall. I think at this point in my life, and mostly since lockdown, I don't necessarily have a current hyper obsession, but I'm hoping that School of Code and programming can be my next one. Question 3. Explain something that is complex to us, but that you know well in a simple way. Sure, so how about HDR photography? I'm pretty sure at some point you've taken a photo with your phone where the sky was just completely white, no clouds, no blue, no detail of any sort, or you took one where the shadows were just so dark you couldn't really make out what was in there. Phones nowadays can tackle this by taking high dynamic range photos, and the way most of them do it, they will take anywhere between 3 and 7 photos, all at different brightness levels, and then they'll merge them together into one final photo that has the maximum amount of detail. Essentially, we've got one photo which is quite dark in order to make sure that we darken down the sky and we get some detail down there. One photo which is kind of average, where we get the mid-tone details, and that's our main part of the image, and one photo which is really bright, and that's where we can get some details for our shadows. And once we merge them all into one, we get a beautiful HDR photograph with details all across the image. Question 4. Why do you want to join the School of Code? Why is it right for you? So over the last 2 years of my career, I've definitely learned that working in a team is something that I enjoy a lot more than I thought. And I've also found that working as a team, you can achieve a lot more than you can working on your own. Now, for me, it's quite easy to just sit in my bedroom and binge through a Udemy course to pick up some new technical skills, but I think the impact of that isn't as good as joining a bunch of other people who are quite enthusiastic about learning. I'd love to do, pair programming. I'd love to learn from others. I'd love to hopefully even help others with some of the skills that I've picked up. Additionally, I think my creative and design skill set will be a nice addition to my newfound dev skills. I'm quite excited by the idea of joining a team to create beautiful full stack applications that aren't just, clean and lean code-wise, but that also offer a beautiful user interface. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your time and your consideration, and I hope to hear from you soon. And by the way, just in case you were wondering why I've got disco shoes in my avatar, I actually own those shoes.